Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good morning. Oh, Glenn, happy birthday to your daughter. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy that. Hey, Dom. Dave. Everyone, how are you? Colin, good morning. Afternoon. Ma, Leon, everyone. How's your weekends? Which pair is this? This is German 30. Oh, German 40, my mistake. I saw the 30 minutes. German 40. All right, so we'll talk about gold. We'll talk about German 40. Need to take my time today with German 40. I'm not really sure what's we're kind of caught in two cross currents. So waiting to see what price is going to do. Where's my pen? All right. So I think gold's going to be probably the easier one, because German 40, we are kind of stuck in this range, as you can see what prices sort of been doing, and we're stuck between. We've had a bumper NFP on Friday, so massive job number increase. Then we also have, so that's normally not very good, having such a strong new employment data coming out. That would be typically pushing back on the Fed, not having to cut so early, which will have some correlation with the German stock market. This is the all-time high, so we're really close to the all-time high. But earnings in the US came out really, really strong. So because the trend is so strong to the upside, I'm expecting buys to be easier, but we're kind of in the middle of no man's land. We've got like a bit of structure across here, a little bit of a fake out, in the Asian session, and we're right here. I don't really see much clean areas to trade from yet. So I do just want to watch price, because I'm sure an idea is going to come. Just need to wait and see what this next 22 minutes that we have before London open. I want to see where price is going to be. Till then, I'm just going to look at the levels and see if something jumps out. I do like this level, this here. This is a bit of structure, a little consolidation. Yeah, other than that, I don't like this area too much. And then breaking under here, then we've got some clean traffic, lower, but sells can be difficult. Anyway, we'll just watch and observe, and just slowly piece together something. Based on the 4-hour chart, if we are going to keep on ranging, then I do like that we've got 1 liquidity candle, 2 liquidity candles, 3 liquidity candles. So I do like that. And if anything, we could be pushing back up to this area. It's just the range. The range is not very much. Hello, teacher. Oh, yeah, very nice. You're in trades already. Cute. Now, Yeah, so I think German's going to be a bit of a wait and see approach for this one. Now, gold, on the other hand, I'm pretty bullish on gold. I'm bullish, but I'm cautious because same thing with such strong undertones from Friday's NFP report. I wouldn't be surprised if the US dollar gains some strength in the London session. If it's going to gain some strength, then I would expect to be breaking to the downside, and we do have a clean area to the left. So if I zoom out a bit, you can see we've got the support. We've got a support here, got a support here, got a support here, and we're right at support. So are we going to break down? Are we going to break down to the lows of this New York session, which lines up with the previous New York session 50% and the London 50%? So I do believe that this area could be nice, a nice bounce area. Or we're going to hold the support here. I'd like to see this candle close bullish and then trade back up to 2035. That would be my idea. Just need to wait and see. So I think gold is going to be a little bit easier. But gold typically doesn't move a lot in the London session. It's definitely not as much as the New York session. So you can see the green, which is the New York session, far outweighs the London session. All right, so kind of a wait and see approach. Let's check the news. I thought gold would actually jump up a little bit higher this morning. I thought we would have we jumped up 50 pips as soon as the Asian market opened. Went from 2037 up to 2042. I was kind of expecting that with the US doing some things over the weekend, and then gold pushed down. I like how it pushed down, but now we need to see if this support's going to hold. So if we're going to take buys, this is a good place to take them, because you really want to be taking buys from as close to support as you can. This is a good support. Just need to make sure we're not going to get caught in any fake outs. Okay, news. Fed Powell. Well, this is the other thing that complicates things, is that he already spoke today. So he spoke at I'm not sure how accurate this time is, because that means he would have been speaking at 7 p.m. Sunday in the US Eastern. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure whether the time's that accurate, but he did speak, and he reaffirmed everything that he said at the FOMC, which is good for the US dollar. A bit hawkish. We've got no real news. We've got some PMIs, some services out of Europe coming in. So starting at 8:15. So we could have a bit of it says yellow folder. Let's check financial juice. So they've got the German ones as red, as high impact, whereas Forex Factory has it as low impact. So we'll be careful, because PMI can be a little bit tricky. Yeah, so we kind of do have news, and we kind of don't. So, all right, what else do we have? Then just US PMI for the New York session. All right, let's check financial juice. See if there's anything of note. Yeah, okay. So Fed Powell's comments this morning, likely wait beyond March before cutting into it. This should be positive for the US dollar. So we've got, I think, what is it? We've got, when does Chinese New Year kick off? Feb 10. Okay. So Europe would benefit from the Chinese economy recovering. So keep a close eye on that. Okay. Anyway, it's Monday, so we'll be cautious. So interestingly, did you see Meta? I forgot to mention on the weekend. Do you see that their earnings after they announced that they were going to do the stock buyback and also pay a dividend? They rose 20% in a day. They put on their market valuation. Yeah, I saw 192 billion in one day. That's record. No company's ever put that much on a single day. Crazy, absolutely nuts. Imagine buying that back down here. Same, like Nvidia, buying it in like November 2022 at these lows at $87 a share. Now it's up above 400. Same with Nvidia. Nvidia here, 146 a share, now up 661. Yeah, crazy. Colin, Amazon as well. Yeah, Amazon. They both released their earnings. Amazon, Apple, and Amazon, Apple, and Meta released their earnings. Apple didn't have the same success because they had, I think, poor sales numbers or some manufacturing numbers in China. I think sales. It was sales. Anywho, okay, guys, what's your ideas? Do you have any for German for gold? What are you looking at? Where do you think we're going? Do you think we're bullish or bearish today for German? Daniel 16,964. Oh, this gray section. You looking for that? Yeah, I got my eye on this zone. Hey, Tom. Looking for the buy to sell, Tom. Thinking 1 hour doji to go short. 1 hour. Oh, from the top of this doji. Yeah, I like that idea. I do like that idea. I like this structure. So this candle and this candle, they were two rejection looking wicks, trying to gather liquidity, failed to break and make a new high. I would say that this is a bit of a trap here. So anywhere from, if this here was a support to try help push price up, and then it eventually turned at this point. So anywhere inside of this zone, it's a 40 pip zone though, so it's a bit large, but I'd treat this as an area that we could see a reaction. Quantum, I'll short 16,948. I'm aware that yours is a little bit different to this, so. And be aware of the weekly and daily topping. I'm biased short scalps today. Yeah, I don't have a strong bias today. That's my issue with where direction's going. But I think it'd be easier to sell if we managed to push up. Given all the excitement from last week, now this week we don't really have much news. Yet to see what this PMI is going to do. But looking ahead for the week, all the main news. We've got cash rates in Australia. New Zealand unemployment. Wednesday looks pretty quiet. Thursday looks pretty quiet, apart from the unemployment. And then Friday, just CAD employment change. So it's a fairly quiet week. Just note, though, as well, that there's the Fed blackout period is over. So no doubt there's going to be Fed speakers just lurking, popping out of the woodwork. So no doubt they'll pop out. Okay, so let's see if we can get that buy to sell. Asian session has got no top wick, so the daily means the daily's got no top wick. We've already done the daily wick fill. This daily candle, bullish engulfing candle. Well, because we are going sideways. So if you are struggling for a bias, don't be discouraged. Now gold. Keep on threatening to break under 2028. So I'm kind of keen to see a bullish candle, like a 30-minute bullish candle, and then see if we can get that bit of a fake out. Starting to get a little bit of trend line liquidity. This candle here is a liquidity candle. So something closing above that one, and I think we can get buys, even if it's just a 2035. I'm going to put an alert there. I wouldn't mind trading from 2030 to 2035. Morning, Guerrero. Lila fan, too late for me. I was testing the FEG entry and H1, which I thought already had a downtrend of figure prices reaching for the monthly level, which is my buy zone for Gemma 40. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't have my monthly level on. All right. So I'm just got gold. Just opening 2 tabs. So I'm going to watch German for the open. Gold, I can keep an eye on the price. Just here. Oh, you guys can't. Some streams can't see it. It's just 2 tabs, so I can see the price at the top. We just have to wait and see. I'm really going to have to just let this London open and then see where price is going to go before I make a decision on what to do. Being in the middle of this little leg down, not sure if this is the lower high to keep on going down, or this is the start of the move to come back up. So easier just to wait and see. US 30? No, not gonna do US 30. That's for like US 30 NAS. That's for New York session. Really must trade the micro swings short and long if you can, although I buy the key dip levels. I'm biased down for today. Yeah, so there's quite a few different ideas coming, so which are a mix of buy and sells. So I think it's indicative of where the market is. So again, like a late little drop just before the London session. So this last 15 minutes has dropped down 20 odd pips. Um, 22 trades on Friday. Too skeptical to swing intraday. One thing that does actually interest me, given that we've done this drop now, is this looks like a trap. People jumping into sells now. So I wouldn't mind seeing something sweep at least to take out this high. And if we can push up and break under this pink line again, then I think you can get those nice sells, which would be that would be about 40 pips to break under here again. If this can react, if it can react from here, then the second break under this line, then I think we can have that down push. The other thing that complicates it is you see the size of this Asian session. See the size of this blue box. This is 80 pips. It's quite a lot bigger than the other ones. So it shows it has been increased volatility in the Asian session, which stretches the ranges out a little bit more. You see the size of it, much bigger than all the previous ones. We've got to go back to 17 Jan to see something similar size. Okay, there's that bounce. That made sense. That's the trap. It's like gold's breaking down as well. Under 2027 now. Okay, for gold, if we're hitting 2020 or 2021, I'm going to look for buys. Last week. Yeah, last week was no bottom wick, wasn't there? Is it? I'll look for buyers off of 2020, 21, which is, yeah, it's like 25 pips. Yeah, I'll put it underneath the candle when I see a candle form of support. I do like this. I do like this area. So this Asian session would be the weekly candle low. Normally, like if it is, normally I give it like 20, 25 pips. Anyway, so that would be putting it just underneath. Yeah, I was going to see if this New York, like the lows of this New York session, plus 2020 as a round number, key level. I'm only just noticing as well, there's no wick on this particular candle, which is, yeah, not the hour candle, just the 30-minute candle. See if we can get down there. That'd be quite a nice little drop. Okay, German's coming back up. Did anyone take a cowboy entry to see if this was just a little pullback? It's good. It looked like a trap, but I'm not really looking for buys. Oh, Joe, you got it. 20 odd pips up now. It's not bad. Oh, Guerrero, you did as well. Kind of looks like a Glen trade. Wonder if he took that one. Yeah, this looks like one of those days that it's going to muck around for a bit. This is the German range, like the literal German open candle. You can see like London open, just dipped a little bit lower, coming up. Now it will take the high, and I wonder if we just bounce around in here for a little bit. I like that we've got the Asian high just up here. Asian high, New York 50%, and that London low, all in the same kind of area. So I think sells are going to be, I'll take that. So this area. If I try to refine it further, say like on the 5-minute chart, to see like all these little moves, and you can see we've got structure. We've got some form of structure across here. Now we've already retested inside of the structure before finding a little bit of resistance and pushing down. Got imbalanced candles. We've got this liquidity candle here as well. So even up to this area, we'd like to see price bounce from it. Yeah, only given I don't really see much catalyst today. It will be a scalp. Yeah, but Daniel, I think your area is good. I think this is worth a shot. That doji high, and anywhere inside of here, looking for potential reactions to the downside. And gold, keeping an eye on that. We're under 2025 now. Come on, Khan. 16, 9, 6. You're looking at that area. We shall see. Joe, where's your target? 30-minute candle's looking strong. 15-minute candle looking very strong. Oh yeah, just letting the rest run. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad option with buys, given how much bullish pressure there is. So I'm going to look for a liquidity candle on a low time frame, anywhere above here, to see if I can get like a scalp short. Okay, I think we've got the first little Spanish PMI, which shouldn't have much impact, but we do have some to come up now. For the next hour, we've got a little bit of PMIs coming out. Oh, good one, Guerra. Secured 30 pips. Very good. Yeah, good place to secure. This place gets sensitive Yeah, patience. Yeah. I kind of thought that today would be a boring one. Given all the heavy news that we had last week, wouldn't be surprised that if we didn't get any like gaps from weekend events, that London will take its time. Gold slowly coming down. Not slowly, actually. Gold's already moved a bit. So we started, about 740. So gold's dropped 60 odd pips, coming down to the all important 2020 target. Is anyone else looking at any other pairs that we can, while we're waiting for these ones? Or share ideas? Joe Voice struggling to close above the wick. Yeah. My Bronwyn's got an idea in pound US. Do tell. Yeah. So finally broke under the support. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for gold to find something around here. So we're getting close. It's going to be interesting soon. Yeah, and same. That's what I'm waiting for. Simply waiting for price. This is why it's important, is to set your levels. Set your levels, and then only trade from the levels you want to trade from. So I'm not too keen in trading inside of here. Same as gold. I'm not too keen. I could see these sells working out, but I was more comfortable taking buys. So I didn't want to take buys from here. I want to take buys from down this area. So now I've just got to be patient and wait for it to come to my level. Georgie, just started trading journey, not long logged on to the session. What's the box around 16,940? This one here. This one. This is so I've got a confluence here. I've got the Friday's London low. I've got Friday's New York 50%, and I've got the Asian high, all around the same area. So that's what this box is for. Yeah, I agree, Quantum. Trading in between levels, like when you've got, like, say you've got a resistance and a support and price is inside of here, it's annoying because you get little breakouts. Where you put your stop loss could sweep all the way to the lows. It's better to identify the levels that you want to trade from, that you expect reactions from. I agree. That's why it's kind of difficult coming into London open when you've got Asian high, Asian low, and we're here right in the center. It's kind of like no man's land for me. So we either trade from here or trade from here. Steven, you having trouble with your keyboard? Yeah, man, look at this. Gosh. The first 5 minutes was fun. And then the last like 20 odd minutes just been sideways. Yeah, it's that boredom trade. Yeah, what sucks is when you've got, like, you've got something to do and you want to get that trade before you've got to go. So you sit here and you're like, oh, all right, I'll just give it a shot. Either way, if London keeps on going down, I've no doubt that there's going to be an up move today. So the longer it keeps on tracking down into interesting levels to the left, like, I don't want to wait till New York session, but New York is going to consist of an up move and a down move at some stage. And the longer we can keep on pushing to the downside, the more likely New York is going to have that up move straight away. So discipline's super, super important in trading. If you don't see the trade, you don't take it. We are getting close to these levels. German's doing nothing. Gold, on the other hand, so let's just have a little peek at these blue levels again. This blue level's old. Yeah. So I like this blue line. You can see, like, although it has closed below many times, it often represents with a fake out, or we have wicks rejecting from it. Now, then this goes back quite some time. You can see where it's not like a hard resistance, but it's a sensitive area regardless. And when price is coming from afar, as in coming from quite high, all the way up here, all in one candle, there's a good chance that if we hit this level, there's a good chance we're going to have some sort of reaction. Now, from that reaction, can I get enough to get my risk out of that trade and then hope for the best that we continue pushing back up again? That's the outcome I'm looking for. Just to get my risk out and then give us a shot at this, at least forming a top wick. And I really only, like, if we can get like 30 pips out of it, I'd be thrilled. Ideally, I'm looking for price to come all the way back up to here, because I am overall bullish on gold. But most of the time when price comes down to specific levels, it can bounce around a bit. So as long as I can get risk out, make some profit, and then just hope that the runner doesn't get tagged for a scalping session, then that'll be my job done. My job is not to take a really risky trade or a cowboy trade. It's at least just wait for price to come to a level that I've picked, and then just be patient. I've been many times I've just risked too much when I've felt like just giving it a go. Boredom, when that creeps in, it does creep in. No one's immune to that. But for Monday, especially in front of here, be disciplined. So first 30 minutes come to a close now. So we've got 15 more minutes until we get the next batch. Italian news. Italian, and then French is 5 minutes later. And then German's the main one. Yeah, I might get another push now. Got these liquidity candles. Can we push to the buy to sell? German's reacting. Oh, sorry, gold's reacting. What are the colors? Pattern trading. So this is my London Open. So my pink is the London session until it goes when the green starts. That's when New York session kicks off. So I just don't have the overlap, but I got Asian session 2 hours before London, the yellow, so pre-London. Pink is London, green is New York. I wouldn't mind if it does something like this. Yeah, just to get people interested in the sweep. Nice move though. Gosh, 60 pips. It's good for gold in London session. Full margin if it does. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely full margin that one. German's getting to a very interesting level now. Now I sort of bounce off this little boundary. So same thing. It'd be good if we see that little acceleration, that little clean candle. The fast move's the false move. Fast move's the trap. Good question, Patter. Asking if I search for a bias or am I waiting for price action and reject? So a lot of the time I will have a preset bias. Today though, the price action wasn't clean at all. So I didn't have a bias. I'm waiting for something that makes sense. And taking trades from this area makes sense. Taking buys off this area made sense. Taking buys off up here did not make sense. Taking sells was against my bias. For gold, I wanted to take buys. So I'm looking to see if we can get a couple of rejections from here. Yeah, German looks like it's selling off now. See if we can get a closure underneath this little support that's been created. Great box, great box. Now, for the sells, I want to see a sweep. Oh, why did it not make sense off of this level for buys? The timing of the move. Thought London would likely do a liquidity grab. If this level is going to hold, I didn't like it for buys. But if it was indeed just holding as support and we started to break structure and then start to close up above, then I would say, look, it is holding as support, and then buys would make sense. But when price is creating this downward structure, like this grind down, London often will push down. When you get these clean candles, it's much easier to trade back up when you've got a clean candle down like this. Clean candles down, easier to trade back up out of support. But when you've got price grinding down to a support, it's very difficult for price to hold. Look for clean candles. When you see these clean candles, much easier. Because these fast moves are often liquidity candles. These are often like sell to buys or buy to sells. Yeah, nice rejection. Nice rejection from here. Nice rejection from here. I think the other thing a lot of people do as well is that when they come to the charts, so let's say you come in just before London Open, we'll just rewind the data. What people do a lot is try to make sense of the time, the price action that's closest to price, as in like this is the price where it currently was when we're starting the stream. And a lot of people will analyze the immediate candles around. But you got to understand that London's a high volume session and Asian session is typically a low volume session. So you want to look at levels, not just like the closest levels, but you want to look at levels that were also in the previous high volume sessions because they're more likely to hold than levels that are built in the Asian session. There's a little tip. Because London with high volume is usually going to push to a decent support or decent resistance. So I'd love it to push up higher. Because as we're still grinding higher, if we can get that push, that fast move up to a lovely area to the left with a fast candle, I'd say that this will be a breakout buyer's trap. But for me to get into a trade as well, when it is pushing up, the times that even though I've got levels and ideas around it, I also want to see particular candles to show like sellers are potentially stepping in. And that would be ones that have like top wicks and price really struggling to close above previous highs. So combining levels and combining price action is what gives me that edge. And the edge, it's just an edge. It's not like a guarantee of anything. What does the blue box represent? 16,950. This one. So this was it's London low, New York 50%, Asian high. I see how I didn't do just a straight line because it's a zone from here to here. So this area. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so we've got Italian PMI now. See if this can come out good numbers. Good numbers. So far, so good. So the more PMI can come out as good numbers, even though the yellow folder, I'm not really sure why they're yellow and why they're different color on here. But either way, if we can get German and French, because they're the two biggest economies in Europe, if they come out positive, then this would keep the pressure on German 40. UK looking weak, is it? The FTSE. So what's pound doing? Pound's. Why is UK looking weak? UK 100. Looks like a good push. Do I also trade Forex? Sometimes. I don't mind Forex. I find equities are much more. It's more reliable for when there's volume. Like, look at if we put on a ATR. And say the 30-minute time frame. Where's my settings? ATR 10. Prefer 10 over 14 because it represents 2-week period, like Monday to Friday. But it doesn't really matter too much. Okay. You look at this. Get a good sample size. And more times than not, you can see it's actually fairly steady. Obviously, you got more volatile days, and then you got days where there's less volatility, but it's fairly smooth, which is predicting there's higher volume and troughs, peaks and valleys, peaks, valleys, peaks, valleys. Mind you, when there's news, but it's fairly consistent. And then you trade something like Euro US. I find it's a bit more erratic, much more erratic compared to German again. I find it's much more smoothed, and you get much more consistent London sessions. So it's only small, my minute differences. But I find German I find equities like at London Open, you expect it to be volume. Yeah, it looks like we're just consolidating. We're consolidating, ready for a breakout. We've got a range established on the 3 minute. This is this here. This here. This is what we covered on the weekend as well, just a little bit. I was speaking about. You got this candle and you got this candle. So this creates a little range. All right, Tom. I don't think you're going to miss anything. See you soon. Yeah. How do people see this with this imbalance as well? Seeing like any rejections underneath this wick? Any signs we can be pushing up? Love to trade this area. Come on, gold. Starting to break structure. All right, we've got French is out. German's in 2 minutes. This is going to be the one. But hopefully we can put pressure. So French came out, bad numbers. Oh, sorry. Under 50 is considered contractionary. So they beat expectations, but that's not good numbers. Now 49 seconds. What we hope is we get a beat on expectations. And that will keep the pressure on German to drive down. So if there's a beat on expectations and the price is up here, then that's a good opportunity to sell. All right, what were the numbers? 47. Pretty much as expected. Yeah, pretty much as expected. When the price breaks through the level, will you then trade the breakout or the rejection retest? No, I don't like taking breakouts, because to me, if price is breaking out, we're getting pretty far away from my resistance then. I know there's a good chance if we're pushing down that we'll make our way back up, just pip the top and then go down. So I really am waiting. Like this is the lower area of the level. I was expecting a reaction, but I want to see a sweep. If I see a sweep, gather liquidity, and then show a rejection from the top side, those sales are much easier. Taking the breakouts, like taking a breakout with this price action is dangerous as hell, because we've just sat here for nearly an hour where price has done nothing. So same as gold, looking for that sweep. If I don't get it, then there'll be no trade. Or like there'll be a trade, but I'll just set my alerts and I'll wait. But that's a nice looking 5-minute candle. Oh man, I hate days like this. Okay, so the hour candle is about to come to a close. I'm going to close the trading nut stream down. I'm going to continue on my stream, my channel, for a little bit longer. Well, we're getting to 9 o'clock. There's been a pretty slow morning. I'm going to leave you this idea if you don't navigate over. But what we've got is our candle coming to a close. We've got a clear range underneath. We've got a range. It's range. Okay, let me say, because some people might not understand, that we're ranging here, but we've got a distance underneath here. I call that how much range do we have? We've got a very clear range. Now we're just got to break into this area, and it's not going to be the first break. So once we break, likely you're going to get a fake out. Second break underneath, you can trade that down. So second break underneath 16, 9, 20. As long as we grab liquidity from above, will be a very easy trade to take. So keep an eye on that. Okay, but it's got to break a second time. The first break, often, especially when you've got no momentum, is often a fake out. Often, not always, often. So that's an idea I'm going to leave you with. I'm really looking for price to maybe in the back half of this London Open. So like say in the next like 1 to 2 hours, I'd really like to see rejections from 1960 to push down, or anywhere above this area, to be honest. Just want to see something sweep. Preferably then, if you can get the entry from higher, you can hold down to like London low. So I'm going to leave you with that idea if you're keen to watch this. But this is very slow today, which is not unexpected given the last 2 weeks we've had so much news that Monday's just taking time to get going. It's Monday, right? So don't do any damage to your account. Don't start your week off bad. Be patient. It's very good to be patient. Gold is at a level I like. I'm just waiting to see for it to do that as well. Do I always wait for a liquidity grab before taking a trade? You don't have to. It's just when there's no volume, you need to. So if there's no volume whatsoever, price is doing nothing, you need to see that fast move. You need to see that momentum before you can get a clean move. If there is momentum in the charts, like if we've got like a clear catalyst for the day, like a specific news that's going to come out, which is going to create a lot of volatility, then you don't need to wait for that. You can often get the move. Oh, what's going on here? But when there's no momentum, you kind of need that liquidity grab to do it. It's one of those things. Not all scalping sessions like this. This is slow scalping sessions. Haven't even taken the trade yet. Anyway, now gold. I love this area. I really like this area to trade back up. I think there's so much potential down here. It's just about like if you're going to enter, you've got to keep your stop loss wide because we don't know where that liquidity grab can go. If you're waiting for that liquidity grab, then you can get a better sense of where your stop loss can go, and you can get a better risk reward. But it's also the trade-off's going to be patience. It's going to be boring, and you might not get that. Who knows? Someone might actually come into the charts, into the news, and then say something, or we might get like a headline regarding some escalation, some comments about the Middle East, something, and it can spike gold. And any fear, uncertainty, and doubt is good for gold. And gold's already dropped quite a bit. Gold's dropped quite a bit on the back end of the NFP news and Powell comments. But I think they're really just falsely trying to support the US dollar. Like, I truly believe that. Powell's already been not told, but Trump's come out and said that if he gets into power, Powell's gone. So Powell's here fighting for his job now too. So he can't afford the US economy to crash. And whilst you get all these great numbers, coming out of the US economy, if you look deeper into the quality of the data, it's not as rosy as it paints. So I imagine they've already took off. Fundamentally, they did take off a statement about the banking sector. If you look at like FinViz, just something like a snapshot of the stock market and all the different sectors, you can see like the tech sector doing extremely well, propping up the stock market, making everything look really good. Then you've got communications, consumer defensive, healthcare, energy, real estate. If you look into the financial sector, a lot of the regional banks aren't doing very well. The real estate is not doing well. A lot of banks are at risk here, holding commercial real estate, holding assets in commercial real estate. They can't afford for this sector to go down. So this could bring down. This could really put a lot of stress on the banking sector. So what's one way for the banking sector is to start dropping some of these interest rates sooner, which is going to lead the economy to look better for Powell, and that will lead to US dollar weakness. That will lead to gold strength. So anytime we get these like significant pullbacks into these key levels, I think you're going to find nice reactions. So that's why I'm bullish on gold, especially after we've had an Asian session bearish, London session, pre-London bearish, London session bearish. I'd be far happier taking a loss on a buy that made sense, just being manipulated, or not manipulated, but just get into a buy. Maybe my timing is off. I would give a buy 2 chances. I think that's a way better idea than trying to sell gold when you're at these really sensitive areas. So I just need to see a little bit of momentum or trade as close to support as possible. So that means not taking the trade right here, because my support can be way down lower. All right, so if you want to continue, I'm going to continue on my channel. I'm just going to close this one at 9 o'clock now. So I'll pop in the channel. Okay, it's here, HaydosFx on YouTube. If you migrate over there, if you're on my channel already, then stay on. Obviously not cutting this one, but on the Trading Nut stream. This one's about to end. All right. I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.